If you like to be a loner and to read, then this is the book for you. Dances with Wolves. It talks about a guy who just kind of lives out on his own for a while, then gets involved with some Indians, and they have a lot of different encounters. It's all fiction. It's all interesting. It's a real page turner. I enjoyed it. I read it pretty fast. It wasn't a struggle. I learned a few things. Even though it's fiction, they teach me a few things. This book was written about 1990 or 1988 by Michael Blake. And the time period is right after the Civil War. So you got the massacring that was going on, and then now they're turning their attention a little bit more back to the Indians and pushing westward, and so they assign Sergeant Dunbar, or his Indian name is Dances with Wolves, to an outpost that's not quite clear where it's at exactly. I'm guessing the southwest somewhere. Maybe Utah, but he lives on the plains. That's a clue, because he comes across buffalo out there, and yeah, that's usually a plains type of animal. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's some interesting passages. Like he wished his horse would live as long as him. I thought that was an interesting request. Oh, they talk about the once-a-month lodges. That's an Indian culture where when a woman has her period, they go to the once-a-month lodge. I find it interesting. They made several references of how the Indians encountered Mexicans. They'd either steal the Mexican horses or raid the Mexican tribes, and the Indians were apparently doing a good job beating back the Mexicans. It's not much different than today. It's the white man beating back the Mexicans now. Seems kind of, and they'd take Mexican slaves and stuff, Mexican captives. Yeah, the Mexicans aren't just a problem for white Americans these days. The Mexicans have been a problem for hundreds of years before that, and before the Europeans came. So I'm to assume the Comanches are good people and the Pawnees are bad, because the Pawnees have a different culture where they kill everything. During the buffalo hunts, they went out and slaughtered a bunch of buffalo, and then Lieutenant Dunbar was given a buffalo liver right on the spot, and he ate it. He bit into it, and he talked about how tender and delicious it was. That really interests me. I don't really like Braunschweiger too much. It's too salty and loaded with preservatives. But I do like the texture of this Braunschweiger. And it's like, man, if I could just get the liver by itself, I'd be very interested. But I just don't know how to eat it safely without cooking it. Because I don't have means to cook right now. Then I have this passage where he was more awake than he was asleep for some reason. Because, yeah, the Indians are having sex right next to him. Yeah, that wakes you up. Yeah, if you read about Indian marriage culture, they don't really have marriage. Brothers will share the same woman. If one brother dies, she'll still have one of the brothers to fall back on in a relationship. So they keep everything pretty close and tight knit. That's probably how the Comanches lived.